Old faces, new places. The rookies are shining, and the Jets are really trying. Plus, it's finally tea time at Augusta National. All this and more coming right up on Tailgaters. Hello and welcome to This Week in Tailgaters. My name is JJ Angelo and this is Shane Palma. Shane, how are we doing today?
I am doing great, JJ. It's a great day.
It
honestly is.
It is a great day. We had a little rain, but otherwise it's been ridiculously warm all week.
I guess it's nighttime right now, but the sun was shining afterwards.
Yeah, it's been a good week.
Probably a rainbow out there somewhere.
Yeah, it should be. Well, Shane, we are treaded into uncharted territories here a little bit, but I feel we have to. A big event is coming up. The Masters are starting in just a couple days. So quickly, let's talk some golf with what small knowledge we have here.
I don't have the greatest knowledge on golf, but we'll try. Listen, just like many other events this year, golf's most prolific event is taking place 7 months later than usual.
Yeah, it feels like ages since the last Masters, which we saw perhaps the greatest comeback story in professional sports history, when Tiger Woods put on that special green jacket, shooting 15 under par and defeating Francisco Molinari.
And listen, both Tiger and Molinari are back this time around, but the odds are stacked a lot differently than they were last time.
Correct. Neither have been able to attain the same amount of success since that April in 2019. It's highly unlikely we see the same sort of duel between the two in this tournament. But Shane, what are the odds we see the man that everyone wants to see, Tiger Woods that is, with a shot to win it near the end?
Listen, it's been a tough year for Tiger, honestly. The same could be said about many others. But since the restart of the PGA in mid-June, he hasn't placed better than 37 in the 6 tournaments he's played in. He's also missed the cut for this year's U.S. Open.
Yeah, look, it's not been easy, but somehow Tiger made his way down to Augusta, and that's enough for him. Tiger loves playing here. He's won 5 Masters for a reason. It just means a little bit more to him. He says his back injury, which has plagued him for years, is subsiding. If that's true, we will see. But in a year full of the unexpected, perhaps there's a perfect storm brewing for his 6th Masters win.
Well, besides Tiger, JJ, what are some other names we should keep an eye on that have the best shot at winning this thing?
Well, I think Bryson DeChambeau is a clear favorite. He has one of the strongest and quickest swings in golf, and not to mention the winner of this year's U.S. Open by 6 strokes. Wow. DeChambeau has momentum on his side going into this tournament. Brooks Koepka is another name I like, just in general. Very strong name. But also, as a Masters winner this year, Koepka is another strong hitter, but he will have to show off the finesse in his game, more technical ability to win on this course. And finally, Rory McIlroy is a guy who's known as one of the best, but still has not been able to capture a Masters win in his career. The last tournament he played, he tallied 29 birdies. If he can get into a groove early and limit mistakes, he can play pressure-free. No fans in the stands should help as well. This may be the year we see the Northern Irishman finally put on that green jacket.
Now, I don't know that much about golf. I used to play it a long time ago, so I know some of the names. Dustin Johnson, is he not involved in this tournament?
He is involved in this tournament. I think he has just as good a shot as anyone.
I was going to say, out of all the names, I think he's ranked number 1 by golf standards right now in their rankings, and you didn't mention his name. I was a little surprised.
His name is just a little too boring for me to mention. I'm here for the DeChambeaus and the Koepkas and the McIlroys and of course the Tiger Woods. He's got a great chance to go for it.
I'm here for football.
Okay, yeah, let's get to it.
Come on.
Let's get to it. Well, getting you all that you need to know in just a matter of minutes from Week 9 in the NFL is 23 Sports' own Darnell Tabor. Take it away.
On our first play, we have a nice connection from Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams as the Packers win 34-17. Our second play, we have Deshaun Watson finds Will Fuller as Will Fuller turns on the Jets for a Texans touchdown. Texans win 27-25 in Jacksonville. Here we have Daniel Dimes who finds Austin Mack for a nice throw. Huge play. Here we have Jonathan Taylor getting stripped, and the Ravens would scoop, and score, and the Ravens would go on to win 24-10 in Indianapolis. Here, Dalvin Cook has been on fire recently, and this week was no different. As he hits the Lions defense with a 70-yard touchdown run as the Vikings win 34-20. Here, the Titans defense steps up with a big play as the Bears fumble and the Titans recover it for a touchdown. The Titans win 24-17. Here, it's Patrick Mahomes' world, and we're just living in it as he throws a beautiful throw as the Chiefs survive the Panthers 33-31. Here, Josh Allen has really improved over the season, and you can see it here with his beautiful throw for a Bills touchdown. Bills win 44-34. Matty Ice put some fire on this 50-yard bomb for an Atlanta Falcons touchdown as the Falcons win. Derek Carr throws a beautiful touchdown to Nelson Aguilar as the Raiders win 31-26. Tua time down in Arizona as hits him with a beautiful move as the Dolphins win 34-31. The Steelers still undefeated as Eric Ebron hops into the end zone. In what position does Taysom Hill play? We don't know. And this play right here doesn't make it any easier as he hurdles the Buccaneers defender. Here we have Joe Flacco, but he's attacked by the turnover machine J.C. Jackson as the Patriots win.
And welcome to the show, Darnell. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Dude, we're doing well. Shane,
Yes.
You still good?
Still a great day.
Okay.
It still is a great day.
It still is a great day. Well, there's plenty of stuff that I would like to talk about, but Darnell, what would you like to discuss from the NFL this week?
I really want to talk about the rookies.
The rookies?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I really love Tua, how they snuck out that win in Arizona this week,
Yeah.
and Justin Herbert. They played a good game, but just couldn't finish it out. So
In classic Chargers fashion,
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate to see. Justin Herbert has been balling, but
He
the wins are just not
deserves
coming.
he deserves better. Honestly, this defense needs to step up. They can't keep allowing games to get to this point where it always has to come down to that last play. I mean, the game was in the Chargers' hands in this one, and literally they dropped it in
Yeah.
the end zone there. Cost them the game. Huge loss for them. Honestly, should have been a win.
And Justin Herbert threw 2 perfect fade passes to end the game. Neither
Crazy.
of them were caught.
Honestly, should
Not
have
his
thrown it to
fault.
Keenan Allen. I think you have Keenan Allen for a reason.
Yeah.
I've seen this now multiple times throughout their games this season. They're just not including Keenan Allen in their second half game plan. It's all
Yeah.
first half stuff. Keenan Allen will rack up a ton of yards, a touchdown, goes into halftime with like 90 yards and a score, comes out of halftime, maybe gets 3 looks. It just doesn't make sense why you have a guy that talented. You just don't utilize him enough. That's on Herbert, though.
That is, yeah. So we said it a little bit earlier. We got some old faces into new places. And Shane, you got something for us.
I have a hot take right now. Dez Bryant, Antonio Brown both found themselves on new teams. Tampa Bay Buccaneers for Brown, Baltimore Ravens for Dez Bryant. I'm going to be honest, I didn't see that one fully coming until obviously he joined the practice squad a few weeks ago. Gets called up for this game, doesn't do much, actually doesn't record a single target in this one. Most likely playing a decoy, getting his feet wet back in the water here. But I have a hot take right now.
Sure.
Dez Bryant will finish the season with more touchdowns than Antonio Brown.
How many exactly do you think?
Dez will have 4.
Okay.
Brown will have 3.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be a total. Dez Bryant's not going to score 7 touchdowns.
No.
Honestly, it's a hot take enough to say Dez Bryant is going to score a touchdown, I think. Man hasn't played since 2017. But listen, the Baltimore Ravens need another receiver. I've said it for weeks now. Hollywood Brown is not a number 1. He's a great number 2 complement to be on a team like this. Lamar Jackson needs to be better. He needs to involve Mark Andrews more, tight end.
Yeah.
He needs to involve his running backs more. He can't be taking every snap to himself, trying to make the most out of it, because honestly, that's not going to get you very far in the playoffs. They need Dez Bryant, honestly, to step up here and just take at least a little bit of pressure off of Brown to produce as a number 1, because he's not.
I agree. Well, now up in Buffalo, the Bills were rather dominant against the Seahawks. Darnell, what did you see in this game?
So it kind of hurt me to watch, considering the fact that I'm a Seahawks fan
Oh, yeah.
myself. But I really think that the Seahawks defense will cost them a Super Bowl. Because they have the stars and Jamal Adams and in Bobby Wagner, but I guess star power just doesn't translate as well to the defensive side of the ball.
No, it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be doing that. But do you think the offense can do quite enough? To make up for the defensive lackings?
No, I just haven't seen it so far this season. Even when the offense has lacked in like games against Arizona, it just wasn't enough. They lost it right at the end, so I just don't think so.
And Russell Wilson, another multiple interception game. What's
Multiple
going on
fumbles
with that? Multiple
in this
fumbles
game.
too.
Multiple fumbles. I mean, sometimes you just have off weeks. That's all I can draw it up to because he's still an MVP caliber player.
He is.
Still the front runner in the MVP race.
You think so? even
Yeah, I
more than
think so.
Mahomes.
Even more than
Mahomes has thrown 1 interception this season to 25 or 6 touchdown passes.
I mean, because a lot of times, with the MVP race, we have writers, right? I mean, voting on it. So a lot of times it's about narrative and not actual numbers. So I don't know. Maybe if Russell Wilson can get the narrative to push his way.
Okay.
I don't know, a guy that already has 8 interceptions at this point, and to a guy that has 1, I know numbers, you don't want to always look at the numbers, but that speaks volumes.
It does.
Especially when you could honestly, yes, the defense is at fault for this game for the Seahawks, but you could also put that blame on Russell Wilson because you're turning the ball over by yourself 4 times. 2 fumbles on you, 2 interceptions on you. That's a Russell Wilson problem right there. You look back at the Arizona game, too. He threw that pick at the end of that game that cost them the win in overtime there.
Yeah, he did.
Russell Wilson has to be at fault for some of these losses.
Yeah.
He did. Well, I just called a 10-point loss by the Seahawks domination. I don't know what I would call the Sunday night game
Oh,
when
boy.
the Saints blew out the Buccaneers 38-3. They completely outclassed Tom Brady and the Bucs for the second time this season since the Week 1 matchup when they did it that time, and they did it again. They were just dominant all the way through.
We thought Brady was washed after Week 1,
Yeah.
and then he went on a little bit of a resurgent run,
did, yeah.
involved Gronk more in the passing game, got Godwin's Evan, now he has Brown. But now people are calling Brady washed again after this loss. So what is it? Can he not beat the Saints? Is he actually washed? Does he just need more help? Obviously not, because I don't know how much more you
I
could
don't
give
know,
this
yeah.
man. But still, there's something to be said here with a huge loss like this.
So what you?
So Brady's.
Your
Yeah.
thoughts?
So Brady's definitely not washed. I think
No?
we really forget that Tom Brady is 43 years old.
Yeah.
So I feel like at 43 years old, it is hard to produce every week against like top tier teams, especially against the Saints that can put up 38 points and just hold you.
But that's on a 42-year-old Drew Brees?
Yeah, on a 42-year-old Drew Brees. Yeah, definitely
I mean,
it
you
is.
can't give excuses for Brady based off 1 year age difference there.
Yeah, but Brady, this is his first year in a new system.
That's true. All right, I'll give you that one.
He does have a lot of mouths to feed. They're
He
weapons,
does,
but they are mouths to feed at the end of the day. And Brees, he's just been in that system. He has reliable receivers that he's been with for years. And even if you throw a new one in, like Emmanuel Sanders, it's not going to be that hard to work him in,
That's true. That's true. Well, the Sunday night game was paled in comparison for entertainment value.
I mean, come on. The
compared to
Monday
the
night
Monday
game
night
right
game.
there.
Who was expecting that? 2 Mondays in a row, played at MetLife. Both of them real thrillers from some of the worst teams in football, the Jets and the Giants. Sorry, man.
Listen, it's okay.
Look-
No, you can't see the back of this jersey. And I've already got a lot of ridicule and backlash for buying it in the
Yeah.
first place. It is a Jets Trevor Lawrence jersey. I know. That's not smart on my part. The Jets easily could have won last night. And because of strength of schedule going through the rest of the season, the Jaguars would have the first pick if they both have 1 win come the end of the season. So the Jets are nowhere in the clear for the first pick. They still got, honestly, it's crazy to say, because even though they are the worst team, they have winnable matchups. They face the Patriots again. They have the Browns. That's always unpredictable.
Yeah.
Chargers have choked quite a bit, and they get them coming off of a bye for New York. So Trevor Lawrence isn't a lock, but that game was great. For as a Jets fan, the game was great to watch because I saw competitiveness out of a team that has promise from certain players. Denzel Mims, it was great to see him in action. Bryce Hall was a rookie coming out of the 6th round this year that they finally got to play. So the team looks good, but you still found a way to lose, and I love that.
When they're shooting for the first pick in the draft, that's what you want. On the flip side of the ball, is this a resurgence for the Patriots? They've faltered after an okay start. Cam Newton played well for most of the game, but they still barely beat the Jets.
Yeah. So it's definitely a confidence booster,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't put much weight into, beating the Jets. No offense, Shane.
No, it's totally fair.
But I wouldn't put too much weight into this one, but it is nice to see, them bounce back and get a win, so.
Yeah, it is. I would say, it's a step in the right
Honestly,
direction in a tough AFC.
Do you
East.
think Belichick? I know you always want to win a game, right? You always want to get the win, especially with the Patriots and their system and their dynasty that they had. But don't you think just a little bit Belichick wanted to lose that game, just so the Jets wouldn't have a greater chance of getting Trevor Lawrence? I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to see him in that division.
If the Patriots were a one-win team or a winless team, maybe that would be Belichick. But if you got something in the win column with Belichick, he wants to build on that.
I don't know. We'll see.
I
The
don't
Jets
think
play.
so.
The Jets play the Pats week 17, last week of the season. I can guarantee you the Patriots will not be in playoff contention at that point.
That's true.
Belichick might just hand the Jets a win just because.
He would do that. Well, we appreciate you joining us today. For Shane Palma and Darnell Tabor, I'm JJ Angelo. Thank you guys for joining us, and stay safe out there. Enjoy the games. And don't forget, I before E, except after C. See you later.